Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I'm getting back to my weight loss journal here, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I have in here so far still. I'm still on January through March. I'm kind of playing catch up today up to right now, the end of June. So I have all these that I did that I have process video for. So I need to start here. I've made some notes on a post-it on what I want to put on here. This is honestly going to be a lot of journaling because quite honestly, I have not made any progress with my weight loss. I've actually gained everything back that I lost with the Whole30 because I've not been concentrating on anything. So for the second half of this year I'm going to be 100% focused because we are possibly going to the Bahamas next year and I really want to be able to comfortably be in a swimsuit. So that's definitely giving me the push and the motivation to get back on track and to keep up. So I am going to continue with this. So for most of it, it's going to be like one page with a picture and then the rest of it's going to be journaling. So I'll just kind of be talking about what happened over the month and why I lost focus and a picture, one good picture of something. So I have a couple pictures printed, but I'm going to try my best to really get this caught up until the month of July. So it'll be up to here. And then here is where July will start, and I'm gonna set myself some goals and almost kind of a fresh start for the second half of the year. So I will be cutting out all the journaling. You know, I'm not gonna make you watch me sit here and journal because it's gonna be a lot of journaling like this. But I do kind of just want to show you my process real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to start with February. And I'm going to pick out some of these letters from Sassafras that I have been hoarding, let's be honest, because Sassafras no longer makes products, and I really like these alphabet stickers. But I'm trying to challenge myself to use them up a little bit more often. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this sheet here from my journal, and on the front here, I'm going to go ahead and use some washi tape and spell out the word February so I can start doing my journaling for that. And I'm going to use this really pretty kind of light green polka dot washi tape. However, it is not sticky, which is really strange. So, but I'm going to go ahead and use these green kind of a, not a plaid, but kind of a crosshatch kind of pattern on it and just spell out the word February. And I am going to use some of these hearts here. These are little hearts that I had cut out for my silhouette a very long time ago for something, and they were kind of the leftovers, and I've had them for a long time just kind of sitting in a little tin on my desk. So I'm going to grab, I believe, 2 of them for right now, and I inked them up with some Distress ink in Evergreen Bow in that color. So I'm going to go ahead and use these here. And hearts went really well with February because February is Valentine's and, you know, hearts and lovey-dovey and all that. All right, so I will start doing my journaling about how I felt in February. And basically it's, you know, saying I started out pretty well in February and then definitely got off track. And it's really hard to get back on track when you get off track. That's definitely something I've learned over the years with my struggle with weight loss is, you know, I'll do really good for a while, and then if I let myself go, it's really hard to get back on it. All right, so for this side, I'm going to continue with February. I did get a water bottle for February to kind of help me track my water, and I took a picture of it, so I wanted to go ahead and document that. I'm trying to do kind of like a lot of my feelings for the rest of February through June are going to be kind of not negative, but I didn't do well at all. So I don't have a ton of like super positive things to write down as far as my weight loss goes. So I'm trying to do like my journaling is going to be, you know, how I feel, and I haven't been feeling that great. I haven't been doing well and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to also put at least one positive thing in each one as well. So this is my positive. I got a new water bottle, and it has rubber bands on it that will go up towards the top, and you can kind of keep track of your water that way. So it has definitely helped me drink more water, especially because I drink it out of a straw. And when you drink drinks out of a straw, you tend to drink it faster. So that's good. I'm getting a little bit more water in every day now. So I used a piece of paper, green paper down there at the bottom, and just cut a little fishtail in it. use another heart with the ink around it, and then I used some Kelly Perky green letter stickers to spell out new water bottle. And I have this little sticker here that's in a diamond and it says yes on it, and that just happens to fit right there absolutely perfectly, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm looking at the date when I took this picture, but I couldn't find it for some reason, even though I had just printed it. I had a hard time, so I was like, eh. So I'm just going to use that little date there and just spell out FEB for February and just be good with that. So that's my February there. Now I will move on to March. So I'm going to take out this paper here, and I'm going to do the same thing and do some washi tape here. I'm going to use this gray stripe and use these Sassafras stickers to spell out the word March. And these are kind of like a aqua bluey kind of glitter type. And I'm literally just looking around at stuff that's kind of sitting on my desk or sitting near me, and I am just picking stuff that way. So I have these little sequins from Kelly Perky, and they are silver, and they're very flat, so I'm going to go ahead and use those here. I'm definitely trying to use flatter embellishments in this journal because there's going to be so much in here that I don't want to bulk it up too much. Okay, so I went through some of my die cuts, and I found this really large ampersand in a Heidi, all of these are Heidi Swap actually, in a Heidi Swap die cut container that I have. So really large gray ampersand, so I'm going to use that here. And then I found a couple florals just to help bring some color into it. So there's a little orange, little green here, and then that yellow one. Those are all from Heidi Swap. And that just kind of helps decorate it a little bit. And now I'm going to do my journaling, and March was no better than February. March was a little bit worse. I ended up having a girls' weekend in Lubbock, and we ate anything and everything, and yeah, it just wasn't the best, but it's okay. So here's my positive though. I did start going back to the gym, very slowly though, and I'll explain why here in a second. So I'm using this washi tape again, and I'm going to go ahead and put my picture down here. That is me on a treadmill. And then I'm going to put a little title down here with these again. I'm going to put Go Slow. And the reason is I actually ended up having some severe leg pain. And it was kind of off and on for a while. But for some reason, like in February, March, it got really bad. To the point where I couldn't work out. I couldn't walk without being in pain. And it was just on one side of my leg, and it was just really strange. And even like I went to the doctors about it, and they couldn't even really diagnose me with anything. It was just really strange, and I didn't really know what to do. I did take some advice from a physical therapist, and I did some stretches and some strengthening exercises on it, and it was still kind of coming and going, but there was a couple weeks there where I was sedentary a lot of the time because I was in pain. So that did not help me, but I did get to a point where I was able to start going back to the gym, and I just had to go slow. I couldn't, run. I couldn't walk very fast, and when I did walk, I could definitely start feeling it. It started definitely, I was feeling it, but I went, and that was the point. I went, I made an effort, I did go. It was better than sitting around doing nothing. So I'm proud of myself regardless. A couple more Heidi Swap die cuts there, a couple more sequins, and good to go on that. So that's my March. And now I'm going to move into April. And April, I'm going to start using some different letter stickers. I do start going through these again, but nothing was really jumping out at me. I might have just been getting a little tired of them. So I'm going to go a different route with the rest of the months here and just use some different letter stickers for them. And for April, I'm going to go ahead and pull these Heidi Swap really large pink ones. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. I'm pulling out some washi tape to use as well. This is washi tape from Freckled Fawn, and it has a really pretty alternating pink and gold. So I'm going to use these and spell out the word April. April was interesting. I went to a girlfriend's house for Easter. My husband had to work that weekend, so I took the girls on a teeny tiny road trip to Albuquerque, and we went and visited a friend of mine for Easter, and we ate. And, you know, that happens. However, I had plans to return home and start another round of the Whole30. However, that did not happen. I think I did it for like a day and a half, maybe. For some reason, my head was not in it. And Whole30 is a lot of mental strength to do that because you have to be really disciplined. You have to be really planned out. I didn't really plan that much. I was like, oh, I've done this. I'm just going to do it. And I was not prepared, like not even a little bit. So I don't know what I was thinking that I could, you know, do that. So I definitely wasn't ready to make that kind of commitment again. So I'll talk about that on the next page. But that was kind of how April went for me. All right, so I pulled out a few die cuts here. The big pink hearts or flowers are from Heidi Swapp, and then the other ones are from Amy Tangerine, I believe. And one of them might have been from a crepe paper. I think the little hello tag is from a crepe paper. And I'm also going to use some of these Studio Calico Rub-On Gold Stars. I'm just going to scatter these around a little bit. And like I said, I'm trying to use a lot of really flat embellishments in this album. I don't want anything to be too bulky in here. So all these are very flat. Okay, so I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. And this is where I'm going to talk about my the Whole30 attempt. And, you know, just it didn't work out. I was not mentally prepared. And now I know, I kind of knew that you needed to be mentally prepared for it because I have done it before and I did it successfully in January. But I don't know, for some reason it was like, I was not in it to win it in April. So that was a fail. But I did take a picture of my breakfast the first morning that I was going to attempt another round of the Whole30. So I'm going to go ahead and use the picture here just to kind of tell that story of, you know, I'm realizing the importance of the mentality of weight loss and that you have to be mentally prepared for it. You really, really do. It's a lot of mental along with physical. Because without the mental and making good choices, you know, you're not going to physically get there. So I'm going to use that Amy Tangerine, Here's the Story little card there, along with this Heidi Swapp flower that I ripped, but put it back together there. And I have a picture of my breakfast that first morning that I was trying to do it. So I just told my story there, and I'm going to use a couple more of these stars down here as well. Although looking at that plate of food, it looks really good. One of my favorite breakfasts for the Whole30 was like leftover meat from whatever we had the night before with a fried egg on top, like a runny fried egg, and then I would have coffee and a fruit, and that was like really delicious. Like I'd make that even without being on the Whole30. So okay, so I'm going to move on to this one, and for this one I'm going to use these really large Studio Calico craft stickers. I was trying to think of the word of that color. These letter stickers here, and I'm going to write out "The struggle is real," because it is, and I don't want to be fake in my journal. I want to remember the struggles along with the successes because that's real. No one is perfect. No one gets it right every single time. Everyone, you know, makes mistakes, and everyone slips, and everyone, you know, does that. So I want to make sure that I record that because I don't want anything about this to be misleading. That's really important to me, is to be 100% truthful and honest about this process, because it is a process and it's a big change and all that good stuff. So I'm using these. I'm using 2 of the different fonts in different tones. So the big ones are going to be in this the darker color, and then the other 2 smaller words are in a lighter color and a thicker font. So I'm just writing "The struggle is real." I was going to try to write "really real," but I didn't have enough of the letters that I needed, so. And I think I'm going to use some washi tape. Yep, I'm going to use some of this little, it's a multicolored chevron washi. So I'm going to use a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom here. And I think that that's all I do on this one. I don't think I do anything else. Just keep it really simple. And then on the back here, I'm actually going to take this picture. This was a picture of me from the end of January, right when I finished the Whole30. So those were kind of my results pictures. And I do have this picture elsewhere in my album at the end of January. But I wanted to put this here because I'm getting to a point, especially at the end of May. In May we went to Disney World, and oof, did we eat there, let me tell you. But, we went on vacation, and that is never healthy eating usually. It's a lot of eating out and people cooking for you, and my mother-in-law is a good cook, I'm telling you. So, we ate. But I've really been thinking about, just a couple months ago, I was 14 pounds lighter and, looking thinner, most definitely. And I want to remember this. And so I stapled a little die cut that says rewind next to my picture so that, it kind of states that this was not now, this is before, and this is what I want to get back to. Because that was just the end of January, and I've completely blown up again. So I used some Studio Calico letter stickers to spell out the word May down at the bottom there, and I just covered up the date. And then this little sticker from Heidi Swapp says, "Let's do that again." And the top part that was already printed on that paper says, "A look back." So that was really perfect because I've really been thinking about, I worked really hard in January and I gained it all back because I just did not stay committed and I didn't concentrate, and that sucks, because I worked really hard in January, and I was really proud of myself at that point when I was taking that picture in the mirror. I was really proud of my results. So I'm taking a look back, and it's just something that I want to remember to see if I can, try to get back there. Even if I don't do a Whole30, fully again for a while, I can still, make other progress with things, and I just need to keep that in mind. So that's what my journaling is. Okay, so that was for May, and now I'm going to do my June stuff here, which is this month. And at this point, I'm really looking around what's on my desk, what's right next to me, what can I use. I'm going to use some of these snap letter stickers to spell out my my month, and then I'm going to also use that this piece of paper here, which is just a scrap sitting on my desk. I'm going to use these kind of aqua blue letter stickers to spell out the word June. And then I have this gold washi tape here. I think I got that from Studio Calico, I want to say, or maybe in actually I got it in a kit from a class I took from Studio Calico. And it's gold and it has triangles on it. So I'm just using a little bit on the bottom there and a little bit on the top next to the word June. I'm going to pull out my die cuts again, see if there's anything I can use. And I do pull out this really large craft flower. I'm just going to kind of cover up the date section on the bottom. That little one that says "Make It Happen," and I'll use that for July. But I just wanted to pull it out because I thought of an idea as I was thinking about that. And then I have that little thing that says "Note to Self" as well, and I'm writing a note to myself, and I'm just kind of talking about how, we're coming to the second half of the year. I am nowhere near where I wanted to be by now because I'm not concentrating, and I really need to spend the rest of this year really concentrating on my goals and really just thinking about it and making it a part of my everyday life. So on this one, I'm going to talk about some of my goals, or at least one of my goals, because my husband and I have been married for 13 and a half years now. For our 10-year anniversary, we went to the Bahamas. We went to the Atlantis Resort and stayed there for a week, and it was amazing. And we're talking about going back and doing another trip soon. And it's really special because we don't take the girls with us. They stay with one of their grandparents and have fun there, and we go and kind of have a little break for ourselves and just get to spend that time together and really relax and just be together. So we're talking about doing that again. We don't know if we can go in 2017 or we have to wait till 2018. We're not 100% sure yet financially. We're still kind of trying to work those details out. But I want to really treat it as if we're going next year, so that I can kind of give myself a goal. And then if it has to be an extra year, then that's fine. I have an extra year. That's great. That'll give me time to keep everything in practice. But my big goal is to be comfortable in a bikini on the beach in the Bahamas. That's a tangible goal. It's something that can become a reality here soon. And that's really what I want to strive for. And it's a good thing for me to concentrate on. So I'm writing that down. I use some Studio Calico vellum stickers to spell out big goal. And then I put get bikini ready for the Bahamas in the spring, because we're talking about doing it in the springtime if we can. So just don't know if it'll be this year or next year. We'll see. But it's something that, you know, it gives me something to look forward to and to really strive for. It's something tangible, and it's there, and it's going to happen. So it's giving me definitely a push right now to get there. So I used some really thin gold washi tape. It's like a gold and white stripe, and that is from something that I got from Allie Edwards, I think a long time ago, maybe in one of her December daily kits, and I still have some. And then I used some purple letter stickers to spell out "Let's do this." And I'm going to go through my die cuts here again, see if there's anything that I can use on the bottom, because I have some space down there that I want to take up. I'm just not sure what I want to put in there. So I'm going through here to see if anything jumps out at me. And I find this really large purple ampersand right there. I'm going to pull that out. I really like that. And it's big enough that's going to take up some room. Nothing else in there is really jumping out at me. And then I also pulled that one that says "Make it worth it." And that is really relevant for this right now. You know, I need to make this worth it. I need to make my efforts worth it. I need to make everything, you know, worth it. And I believe that's going to complete it for right now. I don't think I do anything else. I do add a little bit more washi tape on this little piece right here just to bring it together. And then that's it. I'm going to be starting on July here soon. I'm really focusing and getting back to things. So I'll be back again soon with your month of July for you, and hopefully I'll have some good stuff in there.